Welcome everybody to Ps Pod. This is a little section that I like to call Pat and Dro. This episode is going to be brought to you by Porterville Wholesales, where you can buy tons and tons of liquidated items for discounted prices. They have things like tools from Craftsman and DeWalt, light fixtures, indoor and out, and more in home improvement merchandise just for the low prices. Check my boy out. Go contact him through the Facebook. Visit his store at 1902 West North Grand in Porterville, California, or look at my Facebook page. Check out my Facebook group. You can find him there. That's where he's going to be at. Hit him up. Get those things. What's up, my boy Dro? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm doing great, man. Doing great. Another week go by. You know how the grind goes. It doesn't stop. And doing good, man. How about yourself? How you doing, man? I know you've been busy.
Yes, very busy. This has been probably one of the busiest weeks of my life. I feel like, don't get me wrong, but I guess I could say I'm not busy. I'm enjoying what I'm doing, more or less. You know what I mean? Because coming and talking to you guys, just getting on here and letting you guys see what's going on with us is one of the key features I get, especially during the week. My boy Dro, me and him don't always get the same, schedules, but I love coming on here, my boy Dro. I already got some people saying that they love having you on here with me, that you sound great. You know what I mean? So it's just like this kind of stuff right here. We got a lot of info that we'd like to bring you all the time, every week,
Sir, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you my boy. So I know you've been sitting here jotting some things down. You've been telling me that you got so much stuff to hit this week. I'm gonna let you jump into this one. You know what I mean?
Oh man. So let's get right into it. You got the Dolphins, man. The splash trade.
Splash.
Splash trade
Hey,
in
that's a
mind.
perfect little
Splash trade over there. You know what I mean? Let's bring some speed. They got so much speed. So they got Tyreek Hill.
So
Tyreek
they
Hill,
picked up
man.
Tyreek Hill.
They
Do you
gave
see
up
what they
some
traded
picks.
for him?
Got some
Yeah, I
picks.
mean, do you think it was a bad? It was too much to trade for him. Do you think it was too little? What are your thoughts on this? Because I mean, you're giving up how many? 5 picks? I mean, for one person, is
And
he
then
worth
hit him
that?
with the extension. Hit him with
Well,
the
yeah,
extension
not only
too.
that, they hit him with the extension. What was his extension? Is like 120 million a year.
For you,
What
72.2
72? Yeah,
guaranteed.
guaranteed. It's like, god damn. You're getting paid like a quarterback is right now. You getting paid higher than my quarterback is. You know what I mean? Like, god dang. Excuse my language, man, but it blows my mind to think of these things. So you got Tyreek Hill. It goes for a 2022 first round pick. Okay, the number 29 pick, the second round pick, which is a number 50 pick, a fourth round pick, 2023. They get another fourth round pick and another sixth round pick.
Yes.
I mean, again, do you think he's worth that many picks?
I mean, the guy could stretch the field. He could stretch the
mean,
field, and I just like how they're setting it up over there in Miami. They got speed everywhere.
So I guess the bigger question is do you think Tyreek Hill made the Patrick Mahomes or the Patrick Mahomes made Tyreek Hill? You know what I mean?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I believe Tyreek helped develop what Pat Mahomes is now, where Pat Mahomes could, take the helm and with out of Tyreek Hill, he can continue to do what the Pat Mahomes things he does. And now Tyreek Hill is a special player, man. That makes kind of any sense of how the Pat Mahomes situation, but Tyreek's going to be a special player. They're surrounding Tua for sure with all these weapons.
It kind of makes you think like this is Tua's make it or break it year. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, especially you got Bridgewater in the backup situation.
Ooh, I forgot the boy Teddy B. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's a good backup quarterback. He can come in and win you a couple games if you need to, but I mean that's really what he's worth, and he won't lose you the games.
Yeah, it's like
He's
the
kind of
plan
set
B.
that stuff. Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes me think like now you got so many major threats hitting from the offense of the Dolphins, like you said, that it's like, do you think Tua is going to be able to handle all that? Do you think he's going to come out and start showing off and doing his thing like he was doing at Alabama? That's where he went, correct?
Yes. We shall see. I mean, the verdict's going to be out this year on him. You surround him with talent. You surround him with everything. You even got. I know you love this one. They got Terran Armstead with the
Teron
5 year.
Armstead, my boy.
Terran,
Don't get me wrong. That's a sad loss for us over, the Saints
veteran.
community, Who Dat Nation. That's a very sad loss because he's, yes, he's on the other side of 30s, but I'm just happy that he gets to get the money that he deserves, that, he gets for his family. I mean, this guy has put his body on the line for Drew Brees for so long. And then he did for Jameis Winston last year, and whoever was put behind that line, he did, like he did his thing. And congrats to him. I'm very happy he's going over there. I just want to see him do good.
Absolutely. I mean, you got Waddle, you got Hill, you got Tua, you got a nice little
Gesicki. I mean, you got to think they picked up Tyreek Hill, Teron Armstead, Chase Edmonds, all in the free agency. Picked Matt Gesicki up on a franchise tag, so basically up the free agency.
My boy Raheem Mostert, speed.
They got Raheem Mostert. That's who I was forgetting. I could swear to you I was forgetting something. Raheem Mostert. I mean, jeez, bro. Like, what else did you want? You basically set your offense. You know what I mean? And I get it. It makes me think of like when you want somebody and you want a team that's fast, you want everybody to be fast so you can just outrun everybody. At some point, there's going to be somebody that's slower than you, and you're going to be able to do what you need to do. Excuse me right there, man. That I've been talking too much tonight. But it makes me okay. It makes me want to bring something up. We didn't even talk about this earlier, but this hits my head now really hard. So the Chiefs have signed a couple people. They got Marcus Valdez-Scantling. They got Juju Smith. Okay.
Yes.
Do you think these are going to be people that are going to be able to kind of build back for the Chiefs and let them do the things that they need to do? I mean, of course, they still have what's his name? The tight end.
Travis Kelce.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, man. But, I guess, do you think it's going to replace Tyreek Hill? Do you think so?
Scantling was a speedster, right? In Packers,
Yeah,
I believe.
he's another field stretcher.
He's a stretcher, They gave him 2. I believe it's more of a Pat Mahomes driven team now, offense.
Yeah.
And, most definitely. Just put some little special weapons around him. Mahomes is going to make some magic happen.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. And that's why, okay, I can't count the Chiefs out of the AFC West because you got Mahomes, and Mahomes is too much of a magic maker to let that go down like that. You know what I mean? Right. But real quick, I know I jumped a couple topics here. That was just, it kept smacking my head and I just wanted to let it out.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the transition of losing Hill from Mahomes, so it makes sense, like
it hit me hard.
It was special. So, it was a special thing going on. Yeah, for sure.
They say that but at the same time, would you rather live in Kansas City, Missouri, or would you rather live in Miami, Florida?
I'm going to Miami, bro.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying too. And don't get me wrong, because I got family out in Kansas City. Shout out to my family, But yeah, it's like, do you think, going back to the Dolphins, that now they are Super Bowl contenders, and was Tyreek Hill the answer to their questions?
I think it's, to be quite honest, it's just everything in play. Tyreek Hill is making Tua's life much easier. So yes, I'm gonna lean yes. I'm gonna lean more to yes. Tyreek Hill gets him in the contention, because you got it with the Dolphins, the Pats, and the Bills in that division.
The Dolphins, the Pats, and the Bills.
And then you got the Jets.
These divisions, God, yeah, the Jets. But these divisions in the AFC are just nasty.
It's close.
No, they're just nasty.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to take that division? You think it's going to be the Bills still?
I think Bills are top dogs right now. I mean,
who's coming in second then? Pats. It's got to be Pats or the Fins. You know what I mean? I don't even call them the Dolls. They're the Fins.
I got to give it to the Pats, man, just because of Bill
Think so?
Belichick. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
Bill Belichick just
you're not going to
the
give it to your boy
resume.
Mike. Isn't it Mike McDermott over there right now,
Mike
though?
McDaniel's, Mike McDaniel's, my boy, Mike
McDaniels. You don't think you're going to
McDaniel's.
give it to Mike McDaniels?
I think he's still cooking over there. You know what I
You
mean? He's
think
letting
he
stuff.
needs
He's
one more
still.
year?
They got to mesh it all together. They got to
So
mesh it all
yeah,
together.
okay, okay. So give him like what you think, one more year, and they'll have it kind of together.
It's just the question marks of QB. That's where it's at. But like
Okay.
Tua,
Well, do you think they're going to bring over Tom Brady? I mean, there's rumors of it. I mean, that's huge.
would Tom
This is
Brady
a big
come
one.
to the Miami and
I mean, I
stick
already
it
got a
to
couple
Pats?
questions I'm putting. I'm putting. Imagine that. Oh my god, I got a couple questions I'm putting in the chat or the group tomorrow. Or, you know what I mean? By the way, speaking of, let me break you up real quick. So I got a better known company that I'm supporting right now that does engravings on almost everything you can see. Okay, he engraves everything from like wood plaques all the way down to watch bands, Apple Watch bands. He's still serving his country today by doing these engravings one at a time. This is my boy. Go find him on Instagram at sup_beach_creations. Tech or message him for all the prices, details, and let him know that 2P sent you. But yeah, so Tom Brady going over there. Just give me a simple yes or no.
No.
I didn't think so either. I don't even want to spend. I mean, that's just such a far out rumor that it's not even like worth spending too much time on because I don't think it's really going to happen. You know what I mean?
Nah.
You know what I did like that happened, and I think you did too, was Matt Ryan. I'm gonna let you speak on him.
Matt Ryan going to the Colts. That was so just a quick little history of the Colts. The Colts have went all in on QBs year after year after the unfortunate luck retirement that shocked the NFL. Went from Tolson, I believe. I don't know if he's in the league, Brissett, Rivers at the end of his career. Then you got Wentz last year. Now it's Ryan. They're all in. They're just
They've
trying
been
every
all
year,
in every year.
every
It's
single
just
year.
like something's always gone wrong for them, especially ever since Luck got injured. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's really where it hit him. And then Luck's like, I'm done. Yeah, y'all have a good.
Man,
I'm gonna
unfortunate.
retire. And don't get me wrong, I wish the best for him, but it was crazy to see that happen. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like that
right.
was just I didn't understand. I was like, what in the world? Like, how do you start doing that? Especially to somebody like when you're 2 weeks into the preseason. Like it's
Mhm.
like what?
It caught
That was
everybody off guard. And so right now
yeah.
the Colts' offense right now, as of today, has Jonathan Taylor, Nico Hines in the backfield, got
Mm-hmm.
Michael Pittman, kind
Micah
of
Hines
drop.
and
Yes, there it is. And then the tight end Mo Alley Cox, and then so there's a after
keep it
Pittman,
real. It's a drop
who's
off.
yeah, it's a drop off. So
Yeah, they
they got to
really.
plug in.
If I was going to say something, I'd say they need a receiver this year badly in the or not in the free agent, but in the draft. I mean, there's tons of them this year. Free agent or drafting a wide receiver this year wouldn't be too hard. You know what I mean? You can get them easily first, second, third rounds. I mean, this is a stacked draft. If you haven't looked at it, go check it out. I mean, this is going to be a great year for a lot of
OBJ
teams.
OBJ did like he liked the tweet of Indy.
OBJ, he still
Well,
hasn't been signed either. Like, what is going on with these veterans? Like, don't get me wrong. I guess you look at them and it's like everybody that's out there right now all has injury history.
yes.
And that's, I guess, what the problem is. Because it's like, how do you take a chance on, for instance, let's say OBJ when he just got injured? I mean, you're not getting him until halfway through the season. You know
It's
what I
true.
mean? Then you got we'll touch on him a little bit later, but Julio Jones, I mean, he plays 6 games out the year at the most or something like
A little,
that.
but maybe he needs a little reunited, you know what I
Well,
mean?
maybe he
Whether
needs to be like a number 2 or something and,
yeah.
let himself work instead of being overworked. Or then you got, who else isn't signed right now? Even somebody I'd pick up, but it's Jarvis Landry. You know what I mean? I'd love for the Saints to pick him up, put him in the slot, not work him too hard. You got Michael Thomas. Let's let him work and then go pick up
Yeah.
somebody in the draft.
Yeah.
This, like I said, man, this year's a great year and
Yes.
I'm excited about it. So, it's just like, You got to kind of pick the poison of it. I mean, speaking of Matt Ryan though, do you think Julio Jones will find his way to meet back up with him?
Why not? Go reunite. Uh, 1 year. Go go
1 year.
go back. That
So
tandem was pretty good. That they
they
put
had
up some
actually a
number.
pretty good tandem, and
Put up
he was
some
putting up some
numbers.
yards. You know what I mean?
So go back.
So it wouldn't be a bad idea
They separated for a
to
little
sit
bit. Now
here.
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's just let's go make some love on the field and put those points up.
Right.
So
I mean, keep it real. I think they'd be doing great.
yeah, you can.
You know what I
And
mean?
I believe you brought up a good point the other day when we were talking. Fitzgerald, you're like Fitzgerald was putting up numbers. What
At this
30?
age,
Yeah,
yeah,
at this age,
you
putting
put up
numbers. So
numbers.
and
It's
he,
not
I,
impossible.
and I remember he transitioned a lot too. He was in the slot. He was moving around. He was, and that kind of benefited it. So maybe you see Julio doing something like that. Maybe he's open to doing more stuff like that than outside the numbers. I don't know if he does it. I don't know how many snaps he's had in the slot off the top, but you do that transition like Fitz. Like, okay, I can't. Believe me, I've seen it twice a year, and he put up numbers. I see put up numbers. Like,
Well,
mad
that's what I'm
respect to
saying.
him.
Like he's just like, excuse me, I shouldn't say that. Dang it! Like this
Yeah,
guy is coming up against us, just putting up these numbers. I don't know how he's getting here. I don't know how he's getting open, but
man.
he's doing it. And it was something you hated to see year
Right.
in and year out like that.
Respect
So
the
yes, I
game.
understand. I definitely get that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Julio Jones does have a chance, but you are at the age where it's like you're looking at the end of your career as far as the way you're playing. So you've got two options. Either you break out and you do something big, or
Mhm.
you're going to become a fall off, maybe number two.
Yeah. Take that. Go win some games.
Yeah. I mean, you
He's
can.
dominated the lead so many years.
I
Go win
mean, you
some
know who,
games.
look at Emmanuel Sanders. Like, don't get me wrong, but I'd even love to pull Emmanuel Sanders back.
Uh,
I mean, he got like 670 something yards or something like that last year, 700 something.
great veteran
Bro,
presence.
oh yeah, and
Great.
then you got him and Michael Thomas bring in another, youngster and build him up, and
Mm-hmm. Those are great
I
veteran
don't know.
presence. Emmanuel
I
Sanders got
feel,
a lot of great things to say. He had a stint in the Niners, and he was a
I
part
do,
of that Debo development. I know he was.
right,
You know?
right, and I do think so too. Like he definitely helped out when he was on with you guys over in San Francisco. It was just
Absolutely.
he built it up the right way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it was. I think he has a good chance to do some good things still, even at his age.
Yes.
And I think that's where people are kind of misjudging what he can do. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So I don't know. I feel like again, Julio Jones could meet up with them. Don't know. Matt Ryan doesn't seem to want to play that, but I'm super happy that Matt Ryan got out of Atlanta, even though I know Cam Jordan loves to sack him and it's like his best friend around the team. But he also does make good decisions. He's a pretty good quarterback. You know what I mean? He's actually above
Yes.
average and he's done some great things. And I still think he has a good chance, especially going to the Colts. They have a great chance this
Yes.
year. Great chance this year.
Dude.
Great chance.
Yes. You got the Colts, and in that division with the Titans, and then
Titans.
Titans, Texans, and
Who
Jags.
is that last? Is it the Jags? Oh,
I
now
think
you make me
so.
want to look it up.
But the Titans, they got to battle it out with them.
Who?
Man, AFC is insane.
Yeah, AFC is insane because I mean, there's way too much to go through. So let's see. It's no, the Colts are in. No, yeah, it's got to be Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans. Has to be.
So it's Titans, you know.
Yeah.
Houston's in rebuild mode. Jags are.
You
They
think
got the.
so?
Uh,
You think they're gonna play behind David Mills? Davis Mills? I gotta
yeah.
sneeze. I feel like. Okay, well, okay. Then rank that division.
Go Colts, Titans, then either Texans or Jags. Either one.
Colts, Titans, Texans, Jags.
Yes.
So even though the Titans were like the number one in the AFC last year,
Mm-hmm.
led the division, led the entire conference. In fact, you think it's still going to be Colts, Titans, Jags, Texans?
Either or. I'm
Jags aren't going to
Texans.
do nothing. They've actually, you didn't see that they picked up a little bit of talent this year, actually.
Well, they need a who's the coach over there right now.
Oh,
There's a lot of stuff going on in Jacksonville after the Urban
well,
Meyer
good.
departure.
Yeah.
But I just see more of the Colts and the Titans kind of scuffing it out, but I see the Colts going over the hump because of Ryan.
Is it Doug Peterson now?
Doug
Peterson, huh?
Peterson,
Yeah,
huh?
that's who it is. Doug Peterson came from the the Eagles.
Doug Peterson.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was on the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl title 2017. I hated this guy. He always was beating us against the Saints, man. This guy made me mad. Keep it real, this guy, and he'd always be on the screen too, like, yeah, they're the number one run defense. We just destroyed them. I'm like, oh, dang it, this guy.
Bringing up
Yeah,
memories, huh?
bro, they did that, man. Yeah, I hated that guy. He was good at it though. He did good, man. He's a good schemer, so I feel like he could definitely bring a lot to this.
Mm.
And they've picked up quite a few people though, bro. I mean,
but to go over the Titans or the Colts, I don't, not yet.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, bro, okay. Let me find out right now. I'm going to tell you. Are you ready for the free agents they signed? Signed by the Jags. You got linebacker Joe Sherbert to a 5-year deal. Cornerback DeCreasy Denard. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, to a 3-year deal. They got another defensive lineman. They re-signed Rodney Gunter. No, my bad. They did not re-sign Rodney Gunter. They picked him up to a 3-year deal. Re-signed Tyler Shatley, Laurenti McCray. Got Al Woods, Cassius Marsh, players they traded. AJ Bowie to the Broncos. Let's see. They traded off Nick Foles. Good for them. I'm trying to think. I remember
the Philly special. No, go ahead.
I mean, they really didn't, I guess, pick up that much that I thought. You know what I mean? I thought they picked up a couple more offensive linemen, if I remembered right. But I guess no, they re-signed him. Yeah, they really didn't. They didn't give him anything.
Well, they got the GMs over there, Trent Baalke. I got.
Yeah, that's true.
I've been through that. You ain't getting nothing. I mean, you're getting injured players off the draft.
They're gonna have a good little defense next year. They're gonna start something. Doug Peterson's gonna figure something out. He does all the time anyway. So
they're adding the seasoning. Still got a long ways to go. They got a long way.
Exactly. So I mean, hey, I know you were telling me about this. I mean, speaking of people needing stuff, old Colin Kaepernick.
Oh,
what
Kaepernick,
you think he's gonna do?
He's been busy. He's been busy. Worked out with Tyler Lockett. Worked out with some NFL QBs, Justin Fields, the youngster, Tyrod Taylor and Josh Dobbs. You think Cap's gonna make a comeback? You think he'll humble himself to be a backup?
I don't know, man. I was looking at the videos, and yeah, I get the fact that he's throwing the ball, but he just to me, he looks slow. He just looks slow. I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys thought. If you guys go check out those videos, I mean, to me, he looks slow. And I'm like, dang, his feet work. It just doesn't look like you prepared. And yeah, I guess you can start getting prepared. But how old is he now? He's been out the system for how long?
Like 5 and something, 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a long time.
Well, to me, Cap was never like a speed out the pocket, like coming running. He just covers so much ground. His stride was crazy.
Yeah, he was just huge. Yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is just the fact that he's sitting there and like his feet work when he's doing 3-step, 5-step drops. So you can look at it and he does.
He hit a 10-step. He hit a 10-step.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
but you know what?
He said, "Oh, I was dividing." Huh? No, I'm just kidding.
You think he could be some sort of backup plan B?
Well, bro, okay, but at the same time, do you think he's going to take that? And I feel like there's a lot of teams right now that could really just use a quarterback and are desperate. You know what I mean? Like, there's just stuff
There's
like that.
they said that
I mean, he'd be a cheap signing.
his camp came out, said 5 teams showed interest.
5 teams. What 5 teams would you even think would show him interest? I mean, I guess there's a few of them that I could definitely see. A lot of people are gonna hate you when you say these teams, but I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
they want Colin Kaepernick. Maybe you could talk him in, but I don't know, man. I don't think he's
it's
the
not
answer.
worth
I
the
think
baggage.
at least he needs to sit behind somebody for at least a year. At least a year. You know what I mean? So, name some teams you think.
Seattle. Pete Carroll was on a press conference. He kind of threw his name out there, not saying that means anything or that has any substance behind it, but I mean, he shot his name out. I don't know if it was a shout out or I don't
Trade
know.
us DK Metcalf. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
get out of here. And then uh what
Wasn't
got
he balling
Atlanta?
out there with Tyler Lockett?
Yeah, he's trying to, or
You think
Atlanta.
Atlanta's gonna try and do it with Marcus Mariota? No, yeah, they picked up Marcus Mariota, my
Yeah.
boy.
Arthur
You
Smith, the
still
old reconnection from the Titans.
you think this you think so?
I
Think they're
don't
gonna
I
pick
don't
him up?
all right. You
What
got the
about the
Commanders.
Commanders? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, I knew you were
Wentz.
gonna say them.
Wentz. You think Wentz is gonna take him?
They traded a lot for wins. They gave up 2 third-round picks, and when you could have got Matt Ryan for one.
Mm,
You know what
man,
I mean?
ain't that
Like,
ain't ain't
dang,
ain't that the truth?
ain't that some shit?
Ain't that the truth?
But then you got who else? I ain't even gonna say them because the people I know are
Mm,
fans of this team.
uh, man, we got sent. What we said? Seattle Commanders, the Falcons. Oh man,
Anybody else you could think of? Maybe the NFC South. They
the
trying to get rid,
Panthers.
trying to get rid of Sam Darnold.
Damn
Please
Darnold.
just let him go, man. I don't care. Like trade for Jimmy Garoppolo if you can. I mean,
Jimmy.
or I could see them picking up Baker Mayfield. So no, I'd rather them pick up Baker Mayfield or Sam or not Sam Darnold. Hell no, but Jimmy G. I feel like those are the two you got, and you need to pick, and you need to be quick because you got the Seahawks that are looking at it, and maybe even the Commanders. I don't think the Falcons are going to do it because the Falcons don't really have anybody right now at a skill position. So all they have is Kyle Pitts, which you could base your franchise right now around him, make him
Mm,
into something good by focusing like, hey, we're going to get you some people. Just let us build this for you,
right,
and really building around him. Find the quarterback next. You know what I mean? Like this
right.
year isn't the year to do it. Everybody knows this is a stopgap year. And it's like, we don't got a good team. Why don't we just lose a bunch? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying teams want to do that, but I'd want higher picks this next draft. You know
Right,
what I
right,
mean?
right. I get you.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't see any team that's going to pick him up has to pick him up as a backup. I don't see that. The
Absolutely. Yeah.
Falcons with Marcus Mariota, they're not going to want to win a bunch. Like I said, the Commanders just overpaid for Wentz, just like everybody else does for some reason. Then you got the C. You notice that like everybody
Yes.
just for Wentz is like, yeah, this has got to be it. So then the Seahawks, and he never pans out. God, the Seahawks. Okay, here's my thing: if they start trading away like DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, they're rebuilding. But as of right now, they've got 2 really good receivers, no offensive line, and no quarterback. You know,
It's rough, but they're gonna Seahawks in the past. They draft well. Draft well.
uh, they. Are you sure?
Uh,
I
Legion
don't
of
think
Boom
that. Yeah, I think
in the
they had
past.
one good time though, and that was kind of it. Like I think of
Legion of
as of
Boom.
late, I don't really remember. Yeah,
DK. Some there's some good ones. There's some good
they
ones.
are. I mean, they are. Yeah, I mean, I guess they don't draft horrible, but they don't draft great. They're not. I mean, they don't like first round picks. Their first round picks have all kind of faltered out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they'll pick up Kenny Pickett or something. Who knows? Or
Man,
Malik Willis, or
Malik Willis heard he had a good was it a pro day or something like that? I heard he shocked some
probably.
people.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I think he's not going to do bad. I am a little bit nervous about the whole hand size that he has, about like 8.5-inch hands, because you got to think about it. Like he was wearing gloves in college, And now you're about to go play in a faster paced situation where, the ball is even a little bit bigger,
Right.
which throws things off. You know what I mean? Like it does.
Right.
It's
Right.
a different weight, different, grip and all that. So it's just, it's a lot to do, and to see. And it's like hard because I guess, Joe Burrow had littler hands too. Not, I should say he had little hands, but he didn't have as little as his, but they were little.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, and look at Joe Burrow, he's balling out. So I guess it all
Dog.
just depends. Yeah, he's a fucking
He's a
dog.
dog.
He's a dog. So I guess it all just depends. You know what I mean?
Right. AFC
What do you
West is
think?
so nuts.
AFC West is so nuts. But what do you think about Antonio Brown coming back? Do you think he's going to come back?
AB, AB,
AB,
AB. I like me some AB. I
you and
like it.
AB, you going to put him on the Niners?
Shoot it. Why not?
Why
Shoot it.
not? Why
Why
not? He's
not?
going to
Shoot it.
play. Who
To
knows
me, I
how
just
long?
I hold coaches. Like everybody bashes AB personality. Is that
He might
that's
go
when
play for the other
coaching.
team's defense, but hey,
Hey, but I believe it. You got to hold coaches accountable
I'm
too. In
just
my
kidding.
perspective, you got
Yeah,
to hold
I
coaches.
understand.
Like
I mean,
you can't be a loose cannon coach. Not saying they were in the past, but you.
well, and exactly. And you never know what the whole ordeal was. We really don't. Who knows what's really going on with AB? You know what I mean?
But that's when
So,
coaching comes in. Hey,
yeah.
you got to approach different players differently, different
Yeah.
personalities, and these are grown
I mean,
men.
he had him around for dang near 2 years, 2
Mm,
seasons. But he
AB.
also did send out a tweet saying something along the lines of Cleveland Antonio Browns.
Oh,
Yeah, so it kind of sounds like he wanted to go there,
I like it.
which, I mean, if you can stay there for 2 years, shoot, you still got to wait for the whole Deshaun Watson thing to be done if they're going to give him a suspension or not, because
Right,
the
right.
NFL now has to look into it. So we'll see about that. And let's just finish it off tonight. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Rank the AFC West. Let's figure out. This has been I put this poll up, you know what I mean, in my group, because it's dang, bro. Like
The
this
best
is.
division in football.
I'm gonna say it like this. Let me ask this one first before we go over that.
All right.
Do you think this has been the craziest free agency in NFL history? Because to me, I don't remember ever so many so many first round pick trades and so many, like giving up this huge player, this difference
I
maker,
believe
and
so. I believe so. Just these
this
QBs going, and even Tyreek Hill, there's a Darius
Devontae
Smith, Devontae
Adams.
Adams. You got
Who else? Deshaun Watson. I mean, that was kind of suspected, I
Sean,
guess. But I mean,
Sean,
Russell Wilson,
Russ,
Von
Russ, Khalil
Miller,
Mack, Chandler
Khalil
Jones.
Mack, Chandler Jones. Like, come on, my boy. You ain't
Insane.
lying. It's crazy. It's been insane this year. And that's why I'm saying, like, this off season to me has just been like, what? Like, what in the world? Like, we've had so much information about this to go on. And that's the thing, is we love coming to you guys and talking to you. Me and my
Yeah.
boy here have
Yes,
just had
sir.
such this stuck in our head for so long, wanting to get it to you guys. And
We've
it's
been going back and forth. You've
yes,
been.
God.
I was surprised with yours though.
Yeah. Well,
I
hey,
was.
man, I'm just glad that you're on here. This is what we've wanted to do from the beginning.
Yes.
So let's get this in here. Rank the AFC West. Let me hear yours. And I got mine revised, I guess, from probably earlier typing it on Facebook. But they keep nudging at me, and I'll tell you here in a minute what it is.
All right, from the top to the bottom, first to last, first to the fourth. Number one is the Chiefs. Then I got the Chargers. Then I got the Broncos. And then I got the
Ooh.
Raiders. No disrespect to my Las
Ooh.
Vegas Raider fans. I know a
Ooh.
lot of them, but
Oh my God.
I've seen Russ cook. I've seen
Yeah.
it. I witnessed it. Bear witness. And I love the Chargers. I love what they're doing. Getting Khalil Mack. It's just, and then
True.
Chiefs.
Ah,
Chiefs is on top. Chiefs is on top. Just Mahomes. Mahomes and
it's my homes.
yeah,
Don't care. It's my
yeah. It's
homes.
just man. Enough said. Enough said.
So, okay. I'll hit you with mine real quick. It's it's been it hits me all the time, and I'm gonna hit it. And I already had somebody on the group hit me. Shout out to my boy Zach. Me and him kind of bantered back and forth about the this whole thing. And I mean, because he spits out, it's the truth. Every team in there is so hard to judge. You don't know what's going on, and
Yeah.
and so me and him, man, I love talking to my boy Zach. But me and him sat there, we were talking about it, and I said Raiders third, and I put the Chiefs second, and this is where, because I'm
Oh,
not okay. I hate to say this because I'm a big Saints fan, but as watching football, I've got teams that I just love to watch. I just love to watch them. You know what I mean? You just, when you're watching their games, you're like, something's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And Chiefs were one that I love to watch, and a little bit last year they fell off on that until the end. But you got to think about it. Chargers were ranked third last year with everything they had, and all they did was pick up a couple more defensive players, right?
mhm.
So they still don't got the receivers that I feel like are going to push them over the edge for Justin Herbert, Josh Herbert, Justin Herbert, Justin Herbert.
Justin.
Yeah. Okay, so for Justin Herbert, I don't feel like they're going to push him over the edge. Okay, so I still feel like they need to pick somebody up or figure something out this year or next year. Just figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you still got a little bit of a field stretcher in the guy that they just signed back, but still, he needs more help. Sorry, but he does. Keenan Allen and him ain't the two receivers that are going to keep you going.
Oh
So
man.
my rank is going to be Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers.
Chargers at the last.
Chargers
Broncos,
last. I'm telling you,
Broncos have a good defense,
bro. And you're right. Russ can cook.
Oh
Russ
yeah.
can cook. So if Russ starts cooking, then
Where?
he's got a good defense and a good offense around him. So you've
Mhm.
got a little bit of both, and he can make it elevated to another level if he plays like he can.
Absolutely.
Then I hate, I hate to put it like this, but this is how it is for me. They're a dark horse. The Raiders, I feel like, don't get me wrong, the Devontae Adams and Derek Carr thing. I'm rooting for my boy Derek Carr, Bakersfield.
Yes, absolutely.
I root for my boy,
Yes.
and I always mess around with all the Raider fans because you know how diehard they be a lot of
Oh,
times.
they're
But
sensitive too. They're sensitive.
sometimes they can be, but I feel like they're really trying to show out this year,
Oh yeah.
and the pickups that they got kind of match up with the pickups that the Chargers got, at least, or if not better. You know what I mean? So it's like the Chargers were already ranked third. So last year you got to think it was Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, Broncos. Okay, that was the standings last year in the AFC West. So
Mhm.
do you think that the Chargers are all of a sudden going to jump way up?
I just
No,
I believe so.
I
I like
don't.
the
I think the
I
only
like
one
the
that's gonna,
Khalil Mack, and then you get Asante Samuel Jr. back on the as a corner,
yeah,
fully
that's
healthy.
true.
He was balling before the injury.
Yeah,
He was
but
doing great, and I just
is he
like
going to come
that.
back the same? You
I
know what I
believe
mean?
so. I believe so.
We'll see. I mean, that defense is great, but again, what's the offense looking like? Like, you got to
Ooh,
give him some more weapons. You got to give him somebody that's going to be the
draft.
outstanding wide receiver that you need.
Careful with the
So,
draft.
but hey, I am going to drop you right there. I got to get out of here, man. I've got work in the morning. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. Again, this episode was brought to you by Porterville Wholesales, where you can buy tons of liquidated items for discounted prices. They have things like Craftsman tools, DeWalt tools. They got fans, vacuums,
Yep.
air coolers, whatever it is, light fixtures that are indoors and outdoors, ceiling fans, all the home improvement merchandise that you can find for low prices. Okay, so go check him out. Contact him through Facebook or visit him at his store at 1902 West North Grand. That's in Porterville, California. Or you can find the link on my Facebook page or in my Facebook group. Dro, it was great talking to you tonight.
Sir.
I'll probably be talking to you real soon. But yeah, we'll be coming to you again soon, guys. Thank you.
Hey, thanks again, brother. You have yourself a great night, man.
You too, brother.